What's up, fam? We're super excited about today's video because it's all about the Fort Wilderness, what we like, what we don't like, and everything in between.
So we're gonna start this off with a tour of our cabin from Fort Wilderness. If you watched any of our Walt Disney World vlogs, this is kind of like a never before seen footage that we've been saving for this vlog in particular. And then stay tuned afterwards because we're gonna share some really great tips that we would like to share with you guys if you're planning on staying at Fort Wilderness, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. So let's start off with checking out the tour. Hey guys, what's up? So we're gonna go ahead and show you a tour of our cabin at Fort Wilderness. So here is the deck. We got our luggage just delivered here and the stroller, but it's cool because they all have just these raised little patios and a little table outside. So that's super cool if we want to eat or just hang out. But yeah, so we will go inside now. All right. So you come in here, we've got the dining room area. It's nice, it has like 3 chairs here. This is our cabin. And I love the art piece right here of the train. So cool. There's our beds. And then the kitchen here, it's really nice. It's got a fridge, microwave, stove. So got my water in there so far. We are getting groceries delivered here, so we're really excited to have just some food stocked. Tip on the ice, Justin found out that it was off, right? So make sure you come in to flip that guy down.
Yeah, this thing was up like this, and you gotta put it down, and there's already been some ice. So the first thing you do when you come in, because what happens is they actually dump the ice when they clean the room for sanitary reasons. Because we saw some ice cubes out there.
Right.
And so make sure you put that down so that way you have cold ice.
Yeah.
Or ice, cold ice. Ice is cold.
Cool. So we've got the microwave, and then the drawers come stocked. We've got tools for cooking, and if you want to do burgers, there is a grill out there as well. We've got some tongs. Down here you've got some pots and pans. And then we've got silverware, got some knives, got a can opener, got towels, hot pad, extra paper towels. We've got some dishwasher tabs, hand soap, empty drawer there. And then under here are the trash cans. We've got a dishwasher, toaster.
That's cool because actually there's 4 slots.
Yeah, and we got bagels and Eggos in our grocery order, so that'll be good. And here, I love the little mason jar cups. Got some dishes up there. Some good cabin mugs for coffee, which we will get to that soon. And then right here, we got some plates and bowls. Looks like some small sizes and big ones. That's really nice. And that's our stuff. So we've been here a little bit. That's my mug, and those are some of the boys' snacks. So that's empty cabinet there. Over here looks like we got a measuring cup, and then a little pitcher if you want to make some tea or juice. So there's that. Back here we've got a cutting board. Of course, the Mr. Coffee pot, and there is Joffrey's coffee.
Yeah, they used to actually have to get filters and everything, but now they actually have.
It's already
coffee.
all in here,
Yeah.
kind of like a tea bag.
I was a little bit worried about it, but since it's Joffrey's coffee, I think we're gonna be all right.
I know. So and it's French roast. There's 8 cups, so we got cream in here.
That's gonna happen actually probably after this video.
So this is the kitchen area. Then coming down here, we've got the sofa, which is a pull-out bed. So Aunt Cass is sleeping here, huh? So if you just look under here, they've just got these levers to pull it out. So looks pretty easy. And then over here, we've got like the 2 windows and lamps. We were talking, me and my sister, they've got a lot of plug-ins all over on each side, so that's nice. So
how deep the shelves are,
yeah,
too.
so you can get good like little charging stations going on. It's crazy. You look outside, it's like you feel like you're in the woods.
Right.
And then down here they do have extra pillows and blankets. And then these are all empty drawers, so that'll be nice to put clothes in. You can take your coat off?
He's ready to go to the pool.
Yes. And then this is just some cords, but it's empty down there. You got your handy dandy phone.
Yeah, so a really cool thing is we got here, like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. this morning, and so our room wasn't ready, and so we were able to leave our luggage at front desk. And when we got in the cabin, all we had to do is call them right here on this little button there, and they brought our luggage within like 10 minutes, which is great. Another cool thing is you can actually see our golf cart right out there. Just kind of cool. Those are our wheels for the weekend. By the way, this chair right here is so comfortable. Put your feet up on this guy, little coffee table / ottoman thing is amazing. Really excited about this for like because we're gonna eat a lot of our breakfasts here before we go in the park, and so this is like perfect. I love just the cabin vibe, chairs and all that kind of stuff, and I love just all the little detail with the lamps and everything here. But I love the oval. Thought it was really great use of space, and it's just a good sized living room. Another thing we really like is the rafters.
Yeah,
like the high ceilings of this place is incredible. It really, honestly, really feels like it's really tall. But again, it gives us that cabin vibe, if you will.
Now down the hallway here, they've got these little hooks, which is cool. We've got all of our masks and Justin's umbrella right there. And then I love the Bambi and Thumper picture. It's so cool. It's so fun because it's just like so warm, like cabin-y feeling, but it has like the Disney magic touches. Then a window here, and then to our right is the bathroom. So it's really nice. It's got nice high ceilings right there. There's these two little shelves right here that I really like. Got good lighting. We've already busted into the soap and got their body lotion. The toilet right there. Got a little window here. And hook for your towels. And here is the combo shower and bath.
Look at the ceilings too, like really tall ceilings. It just feels like you have space inside the shower as well.
And it looks like there's one more light right there.
Yeah, there is. I don't know where that's at. That fan. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's good. That fan, by the way, sucks. In a good way.
Oh, okay.
It's a good suck. And then we have all the H2O products, which are great.
Nice.
And I love how they have the clean caps on all that and the remote and everything there. It's great too.
And then we got some drawer space here, so empty drawers and extra towels, toilet paper.
Lots of space.
And then going into the bedroom, I love they have a full-length mirror. I think that's super nice. So I really like that there's a door too, because we have me and Justin and then the two boys staying, and then my sister is staying in the pull-out bed. So it's nice. It fits like 5 people really comfortably, like as far as privacy goes, because you have that door. And speaking of doors, they also have another door here that takes you out to the patio. So that's pretty amazing. So that goes right out there. So it's nice. Got like a 2-way entrance and exit.
I love how we don't really have any back neighbors either.
Yeah.
It's like pretty private back here, which is great.
Yeah, it is. And then the bedroom, camera gear. Here is our bed. I think it's a queen size bed. And then the boys' bunk beds. Landon is going to show you something up there. Can you show everybody your
There's a lamp in my bed.
You have a lamp in your bed?
Can you show everybody how it works?
Ooh.
So Landon's got a little special lamp.
That's pretty cool. And again, we got like all the rafters in here, which gives it that cabin vibe again.
Yes.
And then we got the bottom bunk for tuck.
Got a little nightstand here. Nice alarm clock. Got some drawers. Here's these lamps as well. And then I love that. It reminds me of like Disneyland, where like the shooting game is, you know, over in Frontierland.
Oh, Frontierland.
Yeah.
Definitely Frontierland.
And then there's the TV here, and I love how this swivels. So when the boys go to bed, we can do that, or have them watch their shows. We've got some cabinet space here. Some empty drawers.
Lots of space.
Yes. Then right here, got your little closet curtain, but you've got just the little rack for your suitcase, iron board, hangers, safe, extra pillows and blankets up top. And then over here, you've got this really deep shelf, which I love. Here's the light switch there.
Like a
but
vanity,
yeah, I know.
It's really deep.
It's really deep, yeah.
Look at that, yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I think this might work as a kind of a vanity, though, if I need to get ready. I've got my whole little area here. And then another window. I love these small little windows. They're so cute. And, like, how you look outside again, I'm like, it feels like we're out in the woods. So, but then there's a little staircase railing for Landon to get up top here. And yeah, that is the tour.
Welcome back. Okay, one thing we wanted to talk about the tour that we didn't mention because we didn't know about it at the time of recording.
Right.
We did find out later, was that the microwave is also an oven.
Yes.
So if you go there, understand that, because we went into like the trading post and everything to like get some food and stuff, and there was like frozen pizzas and stuff. We're like, how the heck do you cook this? Like,
right, we're like, we don't have an oven.
Yeah,
and
maybe
so
it's just for RVs. We just thought it was for RVs, kind of a thing. But it is an oven as well. That's why the microwave is like super heavy duty.
Yeah.
But that's a little pro tip for you guys, because that's pretty cool.
So we absolutely loved the cabins. Honestly, we had 5 people in our cabin. So it was us, our 2 boys that are 5 and 3, and then my sister, Auntie, and she slept
Your sister, Auntie.
My sister / Auntie. She's the auntie and my sister. And she slept on the couch bed that pulled up. And we were like totally comfortable.
Totally.
I didn't feel like we were like
100%.
crunched for space for our suitcases, for souvenirs,
Yeah, that's a good point.
everything we had. Honestly, like, I felt like it was great.
Yeah.
So if you're looking
Very roomy.
Yeah, I think it was
And not to
great.
mention, like, you don't think about like when you bring home souvenirs as well. You know what I mean? Like, you think like, oh, this is spaceship, but then when you start bringing like toys and whatever, it gets clunky. But there was like clunky, but there was cluttery. There we go. But there was so much room for all of that, and everyone had their own privacy, which is great. The master bedroom door closed, so that way Cassie had her part of the house, we had ours.
And I loved how we had a door that went out into our deck. So there's 2 doors,
There's 2 doors,
as you saw on the tour. So that was really nice too. So I remember one morning we kind of like snuck out and we got in the golf cart out the door.
We just peaced
and
out.
we got some coffee and came back. And so it was nice because it was like, it was kind of private in that way. So that was really cool. So if you're looking for a family of 4 or even 5, I would say for sure, like, good space, good room for everything you need.
And also, we've seen some like videos talking about like would kids really like being in the same room as like the adults and everything.
Yeah,
and
the bunk beds in there.
Our kids loved it. It was one of the highlights of their trip, is being able to sleep with mom and dad in the bunk beds, and it was a really cool family moment too. Because like we would wake up and they would either be like passed out still, or they would wake up and just be super excited to go to the park and just kind of look over the bunk bed and see us down there, and they're crawling in bed with us. And so it was just kind of a fun like memory that we'll always have. In that little room together. So if your kids are the same age as ours, it's a perfect thing.
Now we're gonna move on just talking about the resort in itself, Fort Wilderness Campground, and just everything it has to offer. Oh my goodness, you guys. We're just gonna say, like, just throw in one tip right now. If you're staying there, don't do what we did and not book a day where you're not going to the parks, because there's so much to do at this resort. We wish we had a day where we weren't going to the park. Yeah, where we weren't going to the parks, where we could just hang out at this resort. There's canoeing, there's horseback riding, they have really great pools. So much to do. When we were staying there, they were doing like movies at night. So we didn't even get to do that. And mind you, we're also staying during, 2021, where not everything's open right now. So there are some things that weren't open right now, and there still was a ton to do.
And I mean that also, there's been a lot of questions like, is it worth it going to 2021? And honestly, yes, because there's so much to do in Walt Disney World. Like our like what we would say all the time was like, we can't do everything. Like, that was our phrase.
We didn't get to do this. We didn't get to do this.
Well, can't do everything. Like, there's just so much, and so like I wouldn't even worry about certain things being closed, because you're not even gonna miss it. But yeah, it was just a fantastic time for sure.
Another cool thing they have at Fort Wilderness is like a dinner theater show you can go to. It's called like the Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review. That was actually not running while we were there, because just right now they didn't have everything open because of 2021. But we heard it's really cool. But that is one thing that does like draw a lot of people to this resort, because I've heard it's like a really cool like dinner and theater show kind of a thing. But there's another place to eat that we found.
It's called P&J Southern Takeout.
Yeah.
They say it's the best bang for your buck, and it's totally true, because you get these massive helpings for a price tag that is just like regular restaurant pricing. And it's, not to mention, it is
really good,
fantastic.
We liked everything we got
we got there. Like, you got like ribs one time. I got this like pulled pork sandwich. We ordered pizza from there, and the pizza was like, I can't remember, like between $15 to $20, but still, I mean, for Disneyland, and it was huge. It fed all 5 of us.
Yeah.
And it was amazing pizza, by the way.
We also had breakfast there. Breakfast was amazing. So we cannot say enough good things about that place, for sure. And if you are staying at the cabins, like, you have a little deck and a picnic table, so it's a great place. You can eat there. You can also take your food to the pool, which we did as well. So it's just, there's so much to do, and that's why we really if we did this again, we would just have a day where we just hang out at a resort, because you've got things to do and amazing food, and it's just super fun.
And speaking of food, obviously in the cabins they have, your refrigerator, your oven and microwave, and all that kind of stuff. And so we had food deliver on our first day, and that was fantastic, because we kind of loaded it with like kind of grab and go kind of stuff, some breakfast stuff, like orange juice, water bottles, so that way they're like really nice and cool when we get back from the park. Had some sodas, and just some stuff you like to kind of snack on. But it was awesome, because we got there and we ordered it about a week or 2 before, and that way we had time to edit it as well. So like, about a week or 2 out, we kind of, hey, this is our grocery list, and then like maybe a few days before, like, oh, we should add this and this, and so we suggest to go further out with that, so you have time to think through your days and what you want to order or what you want to have in your kitchen. But yeah, we got there and we timed it perfectly, and they called us and said, hey, like, your groceries are here. We went with the golf cart, picked our groceries up, loaded in their fridge, and it was good for the rest of the week. And I would highly recommend doing that. We did a Walmart grocery, and they did a fantastic job. And there's other places out there as well, but we experienced that. And it was just fun.
It was really fun. And a little tip for you guys, like, they do have stores where you can buy, food and snacks. The prices are really high for them, but it's because it's so convenient. But if you guys are planning on doing like a campfire, they weren't doing the like fires with the characters, but in the future I'm sure they'll do them again. But like getting marshmallows and graham crackers, chocolate, like, get that stuff through your grocery delivery, because you're gonna be paying a lot less doing it that way if you're planning on doing roasting marshmallows and stuff. But it was really, really cool. I was super happy with it, and it was really convenient. The process wasn't like frustrating, and it sounds like a lot of people do it because they're like, hey, your groceries are here. Like, I think they're used to like a lot of people doing it.
It was fantastic. And we actually had one of you guys asked like if there's anything that we would like to add that we didn't have or something. And I would say probably some more breakfast grab and go kind of stuff. We had a good amount of stuff. We were fine with food, but there was certain things that would have been nice to have. And then maybe like an extra case of water bottles, because we just, it was fast. It was just nice having really cold water when we got there. That was the thing. It was just, was, and it's hot in Florida, and especially during this entire rest of the summer, it's gonna be hot. So that's what we would really suggest too.
Now, going into another thing that we loved about this resort, don't worry, we will share a few things that we didn't like, but there is more pros than cons, but was the transportation. So they have a ferry there that can take you to and from Magic Kingdom, and we absolutely loved it because the buses are great, but they get old, and so if there's any chance you can take a boat, we're like, let's do it. And the cool thing about Magic Kingdom is the ferry takes you, it's like right in front of the park. Like you get off and you're like there. So it's like no walking, which with kids is awesome. Your stroller can get on the ferry. We didn't even have to collapse it.
We're like, put it right on.
What? Like,
it's brilliant.
It was awesome.
So Magic Kingdom we went there two days for Magic Kingdom, and it was amazing. And another thing that we loved about it is that you can see the other resorts as well on the ferry. So it's like really cool views and everything. And you didn't wait as long either.
No, not at all.
That was really refreshing. It seemed like right when we came up to the dock, the ferry was on its way. And then when we were coming back, when we were at Magic Kingdom going back to a resort, I think the longest we waited was about 10 minutes, maybe, and that could change obviously, but it just seemed like it worked really well for us. Also, the electrical night parade was on the water, and so when we were coming back one of the nights, it was happening, so the boat kind of stopped, and we were able to watch it on the boat. Speaking of that, as far as Fort Wilderness goes, you can actually watch it on the sand at the marina as well, that electrical float parade. And so
that was another thing. I was like, we didn't get to do that
but we watched on the boat, so it kind of worked out. But it was the boat is awesome. The marina is really cool for the kids to hang out.
Get a little sandy area.
With the parade and everything. I mean, the playgrounds were they're amazing. The kids love the playgrounds.
Yeah.
And just the trading posts where you can get all your snacks and everything, all that.
Yeah, really good stores.
Really
they had great souvenirs there. They highlighted really good things. I thought from when we went to the parks and saw things, I was like, hey, I saw these in our resort store, so it was
they
cool.
did a good job actually.
Job.
It seemed like they had a little bit
good
of
variety.
everything.
Yeah.
That's actually, I didn't really think about that till now. And then it's cool. Yeah, I mean, talking about again food and everything, but it was just kind of fun seeing cinnamon rolls and donuts and some bigger things because it was a campground, and so you had all the boys got Lunchables one time. Yeah. And they loved it. But it was, I mean, we paid $5 for it when we get it for $1, but whatever. But it was, it was cool. Yeah. And just, checking out the shops and I don't know, that whole marina area was cool because they also had food trucks there at night too. And there was so much options, and I guarantee you when things start opening more and more, that whole area is going to light up so much more because of that Hoopty Doopty Dee. Yeah. The show that was closed. Yeah. That's where it brings in a ton of traffic. So there's just gonna be a lot more life to that area. Okay, guys. So we were kind of on the fence. Not really on the fence. I felt like I was always going to do it, but it was a discussion we had of should we kind of a thing, and that was the golf cart. If you are staying at Fort Wilderness, you need a golf cart.
For sure.
I just want to be very blunt with you, and if it's kind of, I know it's an extra cost, additional cost, it was worth every dime.
100%.
100%. Yeah. Not to mention, you have to book your golf cart in advance, way in advance. We did ours 6 months or something like that. But even if you're going pretty soon, get on the phone tomorrow, get on the phone today, whatever, and book the golf cart. Try to book it, because what happened is people would go into the resort thinking oh no, I don't need a golf cart kind of a thing. But then they started seeing how you have to walk
a lot,
quite a bit, and take transportation inside the campground, not just the parks, but throughout, to get to the marina, to get to the trading post, to get to your loop, to get to the pool, And so people would go back into, the front desk, hey, I would like to rent a golf cart, and they would be like, yeah, we're out. No. They would have signs everywhere saying we are sold out. Right. And it was interesting because I saw 2 or 3 people get turned down with golf carts because I think you're oh, we can manage, but then you're there and you're seeing everyone just driving the golf cart, whatever, and everyone's having golf cart envy. You know what I mean? And oh my goodness, though, I still can't process how fun that was.
It was so much fun. And he had to sell me on it a little bit because at first I was like, we don't need it. But I'm a very visual person. So for those of you that are visual people, we're going to put up a map for you guys right here so you can take a look at the resort. So after I saw this, I was like, whoa, this resort is huge. I was like, I couldn't imagine. When I looked at it, I was like, how do you get around here? And it was still, when we had the golf cart, we were it took us a while to get the lay of the land. There's so much land in this resort. It feels like it just goes on forever. We got lost so much. Maybe the second or third day we got
I was lost straight. Every day. Till the time we left, I was still lost. Lacey and Kat's are take a left, take a right. I'm okay. I was gonna say though, as far as winning you over, it was almost having a PowerPoint with a little laser pointer. This is the thing. We're here. Yeah. We have to walk all the way over here, and she's okay, here. Fine. Yeah. And it is an additional expense. I don't remember. I think it's $50 or $60 a day. Okay, so it is pricey. That does add up. But I'm telling you what, you're going to enjoy it. And also, I guess another thing that I really liked about it was the fact that they had more golf cart parking than car parking.
Yes.
Hands down. Sure. All the trading posts, the marina, all the bus stops. So when you go to the front for Epcot, Hollywood Studio, and Animal Kingdom, it was just a ton of golf cart parking.
All golf carts. Yeah. And we didn't realize this, but I think a lot of people have their own golf carts, and I think they like to just come and stay there. And so they have decked out golf carts are really cool there. So it's not only the resort that's renting them out, people can bring their own there. Right. So there's golf cart parking everywhere. And that was something we were really curious about. So if you do get a golf cart and you want to take it from your cabin to get to the marina, to go to Magic Kingdom, there's golf cart parking right in front of the marina. So there's golf cart parking right in front of the bus station to take your bus to go to the.
No, it's a good point you say that, because we couldn't find anything anywhere. We asked people, we even asked cast member, and it's almost like they didn't understand our question or something. I don't know. It was hard to get the information, guys. You can drive all the way up to the bus stops. You can drive to the pools. You can drive to the train, anywhere in the cabin. It's like almost like they're giving you VIP access if you have a golf cart.
Right.
Is what they're doing. If you have a car, they're like, we don't like you. if you're walking, we're like, we don't like you. But it's like they do give you that VIP. I don't know. Yes, please, your vacation is gonna be so much more smooth, but also fun. And I guess like when we get back, it's like, midnight, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, whatever, and we have all the boys in the golf cart, and we're just like driving home. Because
you're driving on the road with the buses
and cars and everything.
Feels so weird.
And you're just like just driving around, and it was so fun.
It was really fun.
Like it enhanced the resort so much more. I think honestly, if we didn't, this is how strongly we feel about this, but if we didn't have the golf cart, I think our review would be a little bit different.
I agree.
I think we'd be a little more salty about the wilderness because of like having to wait for transportation all the time.
I think that's the part, especially with kids, you're like, that's the worst, is just you're waiting enough for lines for rides and food and whatnot, so you're like, I don't want to wait for another stinking bus just to get around your resort. So
I really think this review would be a lot not as good if we didn't have a golf cart. Seriously, that's how much it enhanced it, because we would put our stroller in the back, the kids and Auntie and all this, we fit 5 of us in a stroller, fit fine inside the golf cart.
And you can get like bigger golf carts we saw in there too that fit, like they had like 4 rows. So
I don't think they have as many of those, so if you need that big one, you really want to get on that reservation. But yes, we feel very strongly about getting a golf cart.
Did we sell you on the golf cart?
Yeah, all of you who said like, hey, book a golf cart, you want a golf cart, thank you, because it was fantastic.
So now you're wondering what cabin loop to pick. This is another thing that we were like, oh no, where do we go? Because they ask you, and they'll say, do you want to be close to the pool or closer to, I don't know, different areas more like private?
And honestly, it's really confusing. If you've never been to Fort Wilderness before,
there's a lot of loops.
It's overwhelming looking at the map. Like, so if you're like booking that vacation, it's just like, oh my gosh, what is everything? And so we wish we had this information when we were looking.
Right.
Yeah.
But where we were at, it was really close to, our loop had like I think a lot of them do, but kind of like your own pool in that area, and there's a hot tub. So they have like the main pool, and there's like the splash pad, and they have a really cool area you can get food, and there's like the slide. That's really fun, but it's really packed. It gets really packed. So we absolutely loved our like pool and our loop, because we took our golf cart obviously, but you could walk easily. It's really close for where we were at, and they had a hot tub there, and it was like heated. It was like such a nice pool at night.
It was the warmest pool I've ever put my body in. Like, I'm like, this is like almost a hot tub, it felt like.
Yeah.
And we're from Idaho, so I mean, like, that just doesn't happen here, because it costs $1 million to heat a pool like that. So I think I was so shocked, but it was
really
warm.
Nice. And there was like hardly anybody there, so
Can we
it
talk
felt
about that
so
for a minute?
private for us.
There was a night where we were in the pool from about 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. to like 11:30, almost to closing. And it closed at 11.
I think
but
so.
it was around that time.
Yeah.
And that was such a fun memory, because the pool is so warm, and we were just like having the best of time, relaxing, and it was just one of those moments where you didn't expect to have that much fun, And you walked away just like, that was a highlight of the trip.
It was really fun. Yeah, and it's really pretty because they have like a lot of trees surrounding it, and really, really cool trees.
Well, it was funny because at first, when I first saw that littler pool, I was like, I'm not gonna be here. I want to go to the bigger one.
Yeah.
But then actually giving it a chance, I'm like, this is my jam, because it wasn't as packed, because it had all this, they had the spot, and if you have young kids, like that, obviously you want to go to the bigger one, the snack bars there and everything, but this is what we did. Give you some tips and tricks. We went to the big pool to start.
Right.
And we were there about 30 minutes just to enjoy the splash pad and get some snack
and
bar.
do the slide.
And do the slide. When the kids were done with that, when they're ready to go in the hot tub, like, all right, cool, let's get in the golf cart. And we went to the other pool. And then we hung out there for the majority of the time.
Because kids, they can swim forever. And then we get to just lay out or get in the hot tub, go back to your, private pool in your loop, and spend the rest of your time there.
I mean,
honestly.
it seemed private to us at that time. It's probably going to be more packed, but I guarantee you it's still not going to be as packed as that big one.
Yeah.
And then not to mention, it is close to the marina, which has the P&J's Southern Takeout. And so you can get, like, your drinks, you can get like the pizza and all that kind of stuff. Like we brought like some nachos and stuff, and just kind of bring it back to that pool, and we just ate and hung out, and it was a lot of fun.
It was. Okay, we've shared with you guys a lot of things that we absolutely loved about Fort Wilderness. We're gonna share some of the downsides.
And when Lacey says some, like honestly, there wasn't many.
And it's mainly
it's honestly probably not a big deal to some.
Not a big deal to most people, but
before we start with the one, like honestly, if we didn't have a golf cart, we would say like not having a golf cart.
Yeah.
But we did have a golf cart, so
because of all the walking and buses.
So like honestly, we'd be really salty. We can just tell when we were seeing people waiting at transportations, we felt horrible
because they looked
so bummed
about
and the people that were in there trying to like begging for a golf cart. We're talking about golf carts again. I know. But they were just like so bummed because they're basically like our vacation is kind of like it's a little bit sour. Like honestly, that's what it seemed like in their faces and how bummed. So
yeah. Anyway,
we got a golf cart, so we have nothing bad to say about that.
Right.
But if we didn't, we would have something bad to say about that because it's so big. The coffee.
You guys know us. We love our coffee.
I did not like the coffee inside. What they gave us inside the room.
Yeah.
It was Joffrey's coffee, but it wasn't like it was kind of like this. Like, it was almost like a big tea bag.
Yeah.
And you put that in there.
But we put multiple ones in there.
I put up to 4 of them.
It still wasn't good.
You're only supposed to do 1, and it's good for like 8 to 12 cups. I put 4 tea bags in there and less water. I put like 4 cups of water.
Yeah.
And it still was like super weak for me. And we like strong coffee. It probably will be fine, but if you are huge coffee people, I would really suggest in your grocery pickup to get filters and coffee. It was kind of a pain, and actually it wasn't that big of a deal because it was kind of fun. However, we had to go travel for coffee.
Right. We had to take the golf cart and go down to one of the trading posts and then get your coffee and come back. That's our only downside.
Yeah, isn't that bad? That's only we loved it, guys.
Yeah.
And we really, really enjoyed every second of it. It was such a kid-friendly place as well. But if you don't have kids, it's amazing as well. Like no matter what walk of life you're in, it's great. You feel like you have your own private oasis. You're not on top of people.
Right.
You have like your greenery everywhere. The kids played out in the back of our deck and everything with like rocks and twigs and whatever boys do.
You wouldn't hear anybody. It was weird. Like it felt very private. They have the cabins spaced out. Like they don't look like it. Like they're really spaced out a ton. But when you're out there and like walking around, I'm like, I don't feel like you feel very private, and it feels very secluded and nice. And yeah, I feel like with kids for sure, a great place to take. But again, like I would go there, if you guys like to camp too. I talked to some people at the pool like that were camping, and they, brought their fifth wheel or their motorhome, and they were talking about what a fun experience that was too, and how cool that was.
And there's some people, and even some of you guys have mentioned that you just go there just to camp without even going to the parks because it's like so nice. And I guess that's another downside is when we go to any other campgrounds or anything like that, like it's never gonna be as nice as that.
No way.
So I think that kind of ruined us to camping, and we like camping. Yeah. But I think that was just like prime camping. Prime camping. But guys, honestly, we tried to think of other things we just didn't like, and it was just a great experience all around. Like to picking up our groceries, to the front desk, to the customer service, to just everything about it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Get the golf cart, and you'll be fine. So lastly, several of you asked this question. We want to answer this. Is would you go back? So I think that's the biggest thing is would you go back?
Yes.
This is an extremely hard question for us to answer.
Yeah. We
would 100% go back. This is the thing. There's so much we want to see in Walt Disney World. So many other resorts we want to see.
And we're very we love new things.
We love new things.
We love trying new things.
And we want to try it all.
Yeah.
And so the reality is like, I don't know. Because we want to try other things.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason why. Is like the kids though, our boys, we've been back for what, a month now? 3 weeks? 2 weeks? I don't remember. I don't even know. They ask about the cabins every day. Tuck's like, when are we going back to the cabins? Like just today. He's like, when are we going back to the cabins? We actually made this book for Mother's Day. It's like a photo album. That we made of our trip
and stuff.
And we made it for Mother's Day with the boys made it for mom and everything. And a lot of it had to do is because they love the cabins so much, and they they look at this book all the time. And I don't know. I think if I'm trying to find the cabin. Like, all right, look at this. Look at this. Them sleeping right here. This is super cute. Like, there's love in the cabin. They're just passed out in the bed, and like, I don't know. It was great. By the way, guys, like if you go on vacations, like we like to put little photo albums together, like of like our top pictures and stuff. Little tip for you guys. Here it is. This is our sweet little home for that week. It's our sweet home. Honestly, like just so many memories. Like Tucker just likes looking at the cabin. He'll just sit there and just like, I love the cabin. I love it, but it was fantastic, guys. Cool. Well, there is our review of Fort Wilderness. I hope we covered everything, but I'm sure there's other questions that you guys might have. So let us know what those are down below, because I know for us, like we wanted to know as much as we could. We were searching things about Fort Wilderness. We were calling them. Some information was hard to find. We had some like we had coffee questions, but then we had like other questions. I called Disney a couple of times, and she's like, oh, I can answer your questions about Fort Wilderness. I'm like, great. And I asked her, and she's like, that's a really good question. I don't know. I'll have to like transfer you for that one. What's your next question? Well, I don't know that one either. Yeah, that's a good question. Some pretty in-depth questions. And yeah, so if you have any kind of weird off the wall questions, we'll do our best to answer those. We love talking about the cabins because it was just, again, I don't know. It's just, this is fun doing this video. It is. Because bringing back so many fun memories. But yes, we would definitely hands down go back. We would 100% recommend Fort Wilderness for sure. It was just a different experience that you'll have in Walt Disney World. It's just really a different vibe, if you will. Yeah, and I love that about all the resorts, because you do get those different experiences with each one, but this one for sure was like so cool because it felt just like so chill and like that you know that camp, you know when you camp and you're just relaxed and you're just chilling, and then you're going to the park. So I was like, whoa, it was like hard for my mind to like understand, but it was great. Like it was so fun. So good. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching this video. If you're new here, welcome. We also have a bunch of videos that we put out, like our vlogs of our vacation, so we'll link that below as well. Also, we had a Disney Q&A, we'll link that too, and a couple souvenir videos we did, and the kids' souvenir video, which is pretty fun. So we'll link all those videos as well. But subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like this video, ring the bell, so you are notified when we come out with new videos. But guys, we love you, and thank you so much for your support and watching this video. Love you guys. Bye.